Here are some of my favorite books that I binged and read in less than 24 hours, some of them in a single sitting. My favorite books to read and recommend is Metal Singer. It is now being traditionally published, so a new publishing date this year. I think you should go and pre-order it if you haven't read it already. It was one of the books that everyone on BookTok was talking about last year. The last time I read this, it took me less than 4 hours to read. It is very fast-paced. There's a lot of plot twists and things going on in this book that keep you really entertained and engaged, and doing a reread of it is always fun because you get to pick up on all the things that you missed the first time around, so you get a completely different reading experience. But I love this. This is a comfort read for me. You may look at a big book like this and think there is absolutely no way that you can binge this book and have a fun time reading it, but it's City of Gods and Monsters and you most absolutely can. I read this book in 7 hours in one single sitting. I sat and I read the entire thing in one. Phenomenal. Personally, the characters, the urban adult fantasy setting, plot that was fast paced, there was a lot going on, there was a lot of tension, a lot of banter. I'm currently reading book 3 in the series. It's one of those book series that I'm glad is long because I have so many pages of this to enjoy and continue reading. But I am going to be very sad when I finish this book 3 because I'll have to wait for new releases, but this is such an underrated series in my opinion, and book 3 that I'm currently reading is hands down the best. This is probably the shortest book in my collection. It took me like an hour and a half to read, and it is the 6 Scorched Roses novella by Chrissa Broadbent. I will never stop talking about how much I love this book. It is my favorite book of hers, and there's just something in this. It feels like it's a big story. Little pages in this, so you just fly through, but this story, I still think about it like every single week. And all of Melissa's writing for me is very bingeable. I read the Legacy series. It's a 6-star series for me. I went back and picked up Lady of Darkness. It is being traditionally republished in the UK, so book 3 has only just been re-released. Cannot wait to pick it up because I devoured book 1 and 2. I read them in a weekend. Haven't stopped thinking about them. I flew through these so quickly. I wish I had the entire series out to just sit and binge. So if you can do that, please do that for me, on behalf of me as someone who cannot and wants to, because they're just so bingeable. If you want a book to put you in a reading slump, Heavenly Bodies. This book is so good that when you finish it, just nothing will hit or compare. I'm so sorry. This is one of my favorite reads of the year so far. The definition of fantasy romance yearning. It's a beautiful, celestial, inspired love story of 2 characters who are destined to fall in love but kill each other. It's so good. And everyone who I have convinced to read this has rated it 5 stars. Yeah.